Tyrone pulls up with an antique Creeder's popcorn wagon.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking it's gonna be, you know, pretty easy unload. It's on wheels, flatbed rolls right down, we take it off. Well, I heard this tremendous crack.
Back up, back up.
The whole wheel is made out of wood, and it was dry rotted, and it just disintegrated. You know, when you get something old that's been used so many times, it falls apart.
The whole right side actually collapsed. How do we still get it down?
Hold on, let me think for a sec.
My stomach's in knots. I didn't want it to fall on anybody. I didn't want it to incur any more damage. My first inclination is to, you know, right the ship a little bit and slowly ease it off.
We might ought to take that wheel off because it might make it easier to move around.
Tyrone, God bless him. I felt bad for him because, I mean, you know, he loves this thing. He used it as his business. He obviously wants me to sell it and get the most money I can for it. You know, it's a tough sell when it's broken.
The wheel broke, I don't know what to do.
The reality is a replacement wheel is probably available. Hopefully we'll locate one that will work. If not, we can't put it up for auction. This copy of the Declaration of Independence. I called my buddy Mike Cotter, who owns a really rare bookstore up in Tennessee, to come down and take a look at it.
It most certainly is a 19th century print.
Okay.
The Declaration of Independence really was signed in 1776. That would have been the original. They reprinted just the text of the Declaration of Independence. Nobody had really any idea what the signatures looked like until Benjamin Owen Tyler, 1818. He decides there's a market for selling copies of the Declaration of Independence. He created a lithograph of what the original looked like. In 1887, the Giles Company did the production of the 1818 lithograph. If this piece is the 1818 copy of the Declaration of Independence, you could expect to see tens of thousands of dollars.
So how do we determine which printing it is?
We're looking for the engraver. Peter Maverick was the engraver.
So if we see Peter Maverick, we know we have a valuable 1818 copy on our hands?
Exactly.
Ah, you got me all excited. If this is the 1818 print, it could be worth a lot of money.
Right there. Giles, right?
I do see it. So what does that mean, the
This is
1887?
The 1887.
Okay.
This is the reprint.
Oh man, in my mind, I'm already thinking it's a super valuable version. I'm ready to go out and buy my own yacht. But hopefully it still is worth some good money. Okay, so it's not the 1818 valuable copy. What's it gonna be worth?
I think you're really looking at probably between $1,000 and $2,000, but you just never know. It is the reprint. It is still a 19th century printing of the Declaration of Independence. You know, any copy of the Declaration of Independence from the 1800s is a collectible piece.
Delfino!
Yes, Cindy.
Look at what I got here. It took a million phone calls, but I finally found some wooden wagon wheels. Hopefully one of them will replace the broken wheel on Tyrone's wagon. I just need Delfino to make one of them fit.
I can tell right away that the wheels were too big. There's nothing I can do to make them work.
Look at the size of this wheel.
Too tall? You can't jack it up?
No, I mean, just look at it.
They're not gonna work, are they?
They're not gonna work.
Now I got a whole lot of work in front of me because I have to find a new wheel that fits. This is such a great item for auction, but not if it's got a busted wheel.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
Pretty good. How you
So ask Tony to stop by. He's deputy chief of the local fire department. Who better to assess the value and collectability of a fire truck, right?
Wow, 1947.
Yes, that's what they tell me.
This is where the pump is. It's a positive pressure pump, it's a high pressure. When you push the water out in small little droplets, there's more surface area and it absorbs more heat and puts the fire out. This fire truck is a collectible. We're not gonna see a truck like that produced again, so it's part of our past and part of the American history. You know, I think you got something real solid there. It's in good condition. You know, something like this, you can weld that. There's a few little dings and dents here and there. Of course, that comes with age. I have some of them myself. The value of this truck was in the nostalgia.
What do you think it's worth? Any idea?
You'd probably get $1,500.
$1,500? Man, that seller's gonna want to set fire to me if we don't do better than that. Let's hope the auction house is filled with fire truck loving boys at heart.
The auction's tomorrow, and we still haven't found a wheel for Tyrone's concession wagon. Really, you can't find any wagon wheels anywhere? Seems that nobody makes wagon wheels anymore. Got any laying around the shop? the wheels on this wagon have to be a specific size and a certain type of axle. Are there any way to get them custom made? Finally found a guy who makes wagon wheels. 4 to 6 weeks. If we can't get a wheel in here ready to go by tomorrow, we can't sell Tyrone's concession wagon at this auction. And if it takes 4 to 6 weeks to build a new wheel, then we could be stuck with a wagon taking up space in our parking lot for a month or more. We can't have that. I guess I'm not done working those phones just yet. You don't know anybody that can help me? I've called all over Georgia and the surrounding states, and I've had absolutely no luck finding any more wagon wheels to fit Tyrone's concession truck. Hey, Paul?
Yeah, what's up?
Doesn't look like we're gonna get wheels for that wagon.
Did you call everybody?
Called all over the Southeast.
How about having one made?
Minimum 4 to 6 weeks.
We don't have 4 to 6 days.
No, we don't.
All right, I guess I got to break the news to Tyrone. All right, hey, Tyrone, what's going on? Yeah, I know. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've searched high and low. Cindy's been on the phone for 2 days straight. I cannot find that wagon wheel. So I'm afraid we're going to have to pull it from sale. You know, nobody wants a 3-wheeled wagon. Understandably, Tyrone is really disappointed. I'm disappointed, too, because this could be a big sale for us. But it looks like we're stuck waiting for a replacement wheel. And there's no telling if it'll even fit when it arrives. It's tough all around. I called in my friend Jeff. He's a clock expert. I'm hoping he can give me an idea what the clock might bring at auction.
Wow.
My dad wants $10,000. I need to know if that's realistic.
Tiffany was primarily a jeweler, so they didn't have a factory to actually build their clock. So they chose a professional, somebody that was the best in the business to produce their products for them.
So what company manufactured the movement of this clock?
J.J. Elliott. At the time, J.J. Elliott was the finest manufacturer of tall case movements in the world. That means it's got one of the grandest hearts and souls in the clock industry.
Jeff, how old do you think it is?
Probably in the 1900 to 1910 range. The key to this thing is anything with the Tiffany name on it's going to bring a premium.
Sure.
These clocks, generally, you'll find them sitting on floors for $30,000 to $50,000.
Right.
If you could take this thing to auction right now, I'd say between $8,000 and $10,000.
Anything else jump out at you as unique or special about this clock?
I want it.
Oh, really? $8,000 to $10,000 is a relief. Maybe Dad will be able to get that Porsche after all. It's auction day again. I am wired up and fired up, ready to go.
Heard about the reprint of the Declaration of Independence and got really excited.
Today I am looking for a pair of chairs to go in front of my big TV set.
Good morning, everyone. Here, welcome to Buckhead. We are Gallery 63.
We've got some amazing inventory this time. We have a 1947 Chevy fire truck. That thing is cool. I want one.
I hope my fire truck brings a lot of money because it's going to my daughter's college tuition.
We have the Tiffany grandfather clock, and it should bring the money. It is a special piece, and hopefully it'll help Dad stave off his midlife crisis.
I really want to get $10,000 for it to make a deposit on a car that I'm trying to buy, a very expensive car.
We'll get a wheel custom made for Tyrone's wagon. Hopefully it'll work out and we can auction it off in a month or two. Meanwhile, Tyrone and I put our heads together and we came up with a way for him to make some money at this auction.
We'll take 2 blue pop.
Turning a bad situation to a good situation is life, you know, so, you got to take lemon and make lemonade.
First up, we've got the Declaration of Independence. It's not one of the 1818 versions, but still, it's very valuable and at least worth as much as the seller expects.
We understand that it might range between $1,000 and $2,000. We're hoping that it goes higher.
This is a copy of the Declaration of Independence. It's an 1887 copy. There aren't very many in existence.
I had a guy who was really interested in this copy of the Declaration. He was out of town for the auction, but he had me standing by to place his bids.
$800.
I've got another collector from New York who's got to have that declaration, but he can't be at the auction. Both of these collectors are valuable contacts for the gallery. So Cindy and I each want our respective client to win the bid. It's an unusual situation.
900. I'm gonna make the bid 9. Now $1,000. Now $1,000. I'm gonna make 11. All right, same 1,200, sir. Maybe now 13. All right, gonna be 13. 14, have 14, 10, I'm gonna make it enough 15, 15, 16, 17, 15, 18, ma'am. Have it enough 18, 2,000. There's 3 or 4 of y'all trying to bid. Have 18 here.
The phone bidders weren't the only interested parties in that room. The bids were flying. Kind of made me feel good to see so many patriots out there.
$2,000 to bid. Yes. 2,000. Thank you. Now 2,500. Now 2,500. Now 3,000. Here, $3,000. So, 2,500.
I was so thrilled to win that decoration from my phone bidder. He wanted it so bad. And you never want to let a good client down.
When that hammer went down at 2,500, we went, wow. We weren't expecting nearly that, and we would have been happy with a lot less.
I'm feeling optimistic. Hopefully the rest of the auction goes just like this.
Being in the business, I understand it could bring $1 or you could bring what gold is worth. That's sort of a chance you take.
$2,000 to bid.
We would drive the fire truck in, but I'm afraid it'll collapse that little stage.
Next up is the killer 1947 Chevy fire truck. The seller wants $2,000. The expert says maybe $1,500. Let's hope we got plenty of bidders just channeling their little boy dreams today.
I hope my fire truck brings a lot of money because it's going to my daughter's college tuition.
Anybody find anything? 500. Thanks. That's one thing. 750. 1,000. 10. I got money. $1,000 is bid here, but asking 2,000.
Seemed like there was an awful lot of bidding going on for that fire truck when it started. Heck, I'd have thrown in a bid if my wife would let me.
I want the two. Anybody who be 50, $100,000 here, but that's 15.
The bidding began to stall, and I was surprised. But then again, it might not be for everyone. It is a specialty item.
12 and a half this man here, but asking 13.50. 12 and a half who be 15. Here, but 12 and a half is a good offer here, but asking 1,500.
I was nervous because I thought it's going way too low.
You must be 14.
Come on, guys. You know the ladies love the firemen. Let's get some bids on this thing.
You must be 14. 14, now 15. Give it a 14 bid, 15 to buy for you. On the fair warning and last chance. So you bought it, 1,400, number 434. Bless you.
I'm a little bit of an impulse buyer. Probably going to fix it up a little bit. Might drive to work on Monday, blow everybody's mind.
I'm angry because I got it ready and got it running, brought it down, and it didn't do very well, so it didn't set well with me, I guess you could say.
That's too bad we couldn't get the seller all the tuition money he wanted. Evidently, not everyone wants to own their own fire truck. Let's hope we got some clock lovers in this audience so my dad can get his money, get his Porsche back, and quit giving me a hard time about it.
And being in the business, I understand it could bring $1 or you could bring what gold is worth. That's sort of a chance you take.
We're selling this Tiffany grandfather clock. $2,000 to bid. 1,000, 2,000. Thank you. Now it's 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 4,000, Gary. Now 4, all around 35. Now 4, now 4, now 4,005.
The bidding started quite low and sort of jumped up pretty quickly.
4, 5, 5, 6,000. Maybe to 7,000. Maybe to 7. Sure you will, sir. $7,000.
I was definitely feeling a little pressure. Nobody wants to disappoint their dad, and I am no exception.
7,500. Maybe to 5,000. 7,500. I'm gonna 10,000. I'm gonna make it at 10,000. I'm gonna get it again. $9,500. Now 10,000. I'm gonna make it at 10,000. 12,500. I'm gonna 10. I'm gonna 11. 12. And now your turn, sir. Here, right here. I'm gonna 12. 11,500. Now $12,000. 12,500. Sure you will. Would you offer 13? 13. It's worth the money. It'll be a great buy. 13. Thank you.
It came down to a couple of our regulars, and they were duking it out.
Now 13,000. I'm 2.5. Give it again. 250. Once, twice. Yes, no. Third and last call. 13. 250. Thank you. Now 5. 13,500. 13,500. 13,500. Yes. Now 750. 13,500. 750. Last call. I've sold bid number 40. Buyer number 40. Thank you both, guys.
Once again, Gallery 63 kicks butt and proves that we're the best auction house in the South.
13,500 is a great buy. When I go home, my wife is going to get upset because I have 27 clocks.
I think the Tiffany clock did very well. I was happy with 10, so being at 13, yeah, I'm happy about it.
That should put the midlife crisis to rest for now.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. Gallery 63.
Well, it's been a week of ups and downs, which is apropos for the business we're in. Sometimes life deals you some blows, but when you can make lemonade out of lemons, it all turns out okay.
Are we on 1900s pricing?
I bought a set of 1910 Encyclopedia Britannica leather bound.
We got a piece of furniture we came specifically to get, but we always end up coming away with more than we bargained for.
Hey, Paul, you got a little Italian ice on your face.
What? No, I don't. Where?